Flakers are in action for the second time in the Global Rugby Challenge as they look to close out round 2 of a match-up against a side which has already suffered dearly in their opening match of the competition. It is a Super Rugby finalist from 2017, the Emirates Lions, who will play host to the final subscriber side to feature in round number 2. Lions at home up against the Flakers. Hello everyone and welcome to Call Flakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the subscriber series, the Global Rugby Challenge, where you guys take the field and take on the world's elite in this amazing tournament. Today is the Lions. We've already seen them once in the competition so far, where they went down heavily in a big loss 28-7 to the Guardians of the Crib. Their team, although looks star-studded, is unchanged and did struggle in their opening match of the competition. They'll be looking to bounce back though and would hate to go 0-2 to start off their campaign. Plenty of key men in there, a very strong forward pack, a back row that many teams would dream of having, and a back line to match, which has plenty of explosive abilities. It'll be at 9 and 10, which will be the real key area, as it always is, Ross Cronje, and of course, the man who controls it all, Alton Yankees, who will be in the number 10 jumper. This Lions side could surprise many, but they have a big expectation to get the job done here against the Flakers. So here is the Corn Flakers side. The changes have come thick and fast from round 1, and if you've been tuning into this whole series, you've got a player involved, you should know that at the conclusion of today's match, everyone involved in this tournament has played at least one game, which is always great news for everyone involved. Let's have a look at this team here for the Flakers. It starts off in the front row. Lucas Brett switches from the tight head side to loose head side of the front row. He's got 2 new partners alongside him, Rubber and Mitchell Wetton on the tight head side. In the second row, John Joseph retains, and alongside him is a newcomer coming from the back row, Ryan Webb, starting now in the second. The back row we talked about looks very strong. It's David Allen at 6, Francois Valentine at 7, and it is Jack O'Sullivan starting at number 8. It is a very good squad of back rowers here in the Flakers. Jim Gino moves from the left wing to start at scrum half in today's matchup, and he's got a new partner as well at 10, with Jack McElmont starting there with the pivotal number 10 jumper. In the centres, it's the Nuke SC starting at 12, with Pierre Valentine outside him at 13. Left wing, Joshua Barrett moves from fullback to the number 11 jumper, and it's Thomas Barkley who gets his first start on the right wing, with another newcomer in his first playing match, Michael Guerin, starting at fullback. He'll also have the kicking duties for this game, and it will be Jim Gino with the captain's armband for the Flakers. They started off well with a big win, 24-0 over the Scarlets. They'll be looking to back that up and get speed with the other subscriber sides who are looking well and truly on top of this competition early on. Okay, so before we kick off today's match, I would just like to apologise for the break we've had in this series. I've been out with the flu for a number of days now, and I did not want to do the series any injustice with a raspy, deathly voice. So we're back now, the voice is back, and we are back underway. Oh, with a high tackle instantly from the Lions. It's Ross Cronje giving a massive cruncher. And as we kick straight off, it's a penalty early doors here to the Flakers. And the man we spoke about, Michael Guerin, who will be in the number 15 jumper, kicking for touch, as per instructions by his captain, Jim Gino. And yes, it's great to be back for the subscriber series. You just can't do it great justice without having a full 100% voice. So it's great to be back in the series. 3 minutes in, 0-0, and it's a line out here coming in from Rama. He goes away, McElmont wins it nicely and gets to the first receiver. He's got plenty of big boys right there with him. Jim Gino, we know he's going to be a danger. He is a danger anywhere on the field as he makes a good forward play. Gets his side on the front foot. Waiting for it is Wetton. Goes away to Webb. Webb's got lots of space. Finds Francois Valentine outside. It's going to be a try already. It is Barrett. Joshua Barrett opens up for the Flakers, and they continue on where they left off. First try going to the man coming from fullback up to the left wing. Joshua Barrett. His try first of the match for the Flakers. Great awareness here. You've seen Webb, and you've seen before that Wetton as well, quickly distributing it. Francois Valentine, he knew he wasn't going to get there himself. He's pretty quick for a forward, but that space out wide, when you've got a winger waiting, you've just got to throw that pass. He drew in Kutsia brilliantly as well, and that was the making of that try. In goes Joshua Barrett. Now we have another man of headgear, Michael Guerin, who's going to take the extra 2. Great start from the Flakers, a mistake by the Lions, capitalised by the visiting team, and it is up 5-0 for the Flakers already. 8 minutes into this game, here is the fullback, Michael Gurin, from the sideline. No mistake there, he's got his first points of the series, and it is the Flakers that lead this one 7-0 over the Emirates Lions. Back to halfway for Yankees, he's going to resume this match. 10 minutes in almost, and not the start that the Lions would have had in mind. They've already suffered a big defeat. As here is, he's going through himself. Oh, great offload, but it is intercepted. A good intercept too there by the Lions. Now they'll look to rummage it away. Quagga Smith, not many pull him down like that. Flakers looking to punish on defence. Oh my goodness, Cronje has just run into a big yellow brick wall. And now the Lions come wide. They've got some room out there nicely too from Scotsand. He dummies one. He kicks ahead. It could be too deep. Doesn't sit up. Waiting back. There's Eligino. And he gets it nicely and he counterattacks. Straight through the middle. Jim Eligino. He will be too quick. And you do not kick to a man who can play just about anywhere in this back line. The Flakers are in. And Jim Eligino leads from the front. He scores a cracker of a kick return. Too simple, too easy. He got away from one chase. Looked like it was Scotsand coming across. Just didn't quite have the wheels. Once he was through there, it was a massive hole in the Lions' defence. There's Scotsand, just didn't quite have the angle. And he went through a couple of big boys. Ross Cronje trying to cover across. He wasn't going to have the wheels. And it is all the way for Jim Eligino. What versatility for this man to be out in the wing 1 week. Now he's back, right in the thick of it, in the number 9 jumper for the Flakers. And it is the Flakers fullback who's really just running from end to end at the moment, taking kicks and putting his team in control with his second shot at goal. Flakers lead the Lions, it's 14-0. Doing it easy at the moment, like they did in round 1. Well, the Lions have to quickly learn here. They cannot afford to kick to open space and open opportunity for the Flakers, especially with dangerous ball runners like they have. Here's a charging run from David Allen. Trouble here for the Flakers. They do eventually get it back, and Eligino goes away to Webb, who's not really one that wants to kick that away. Comes back to Lucas Barrett, who's thumbed that one down the sideline, and Andres Goodsea waits for it at the back, and he kicks crossfield. Sitting up for it here is Allen, and then is offside. Flakers could capitalise on this one. Waiting for it in now is Eligino. He's going to kick, not his best work there, but he's got it up nicely. He chases hard. Goodsea's got work. Oh, big tackle. Massive hit there from Eligino. Really taking the side under his wing. Here's Malcolm Marks. Offloads nicely. The Lions all at sea here about what they're going to try. Cronje. Back goes the Yankees, who's knocked it on. And that sums up the Lions from this first half already. Disastrous play from the Springbok fly half as well. Just taking in the tackle. And it looked like it was Pierre Valentine as well, I think, who took that hit. Made that hit, a big one too. And the Flakers straight away. Oh, the Lions though, a very good forward pack, and they're showing it here. Could turn this one over here against the Flakers, who will not be too impressed with how that's gone down. Cronje, set piece play, misses out one and goes eventually out to Vorster, who kicks this one away. It's there for Gurin, who's going to look to return the kick, and he does nicely as well. SC is chasing hard, and he'll put the team on side. Oh, Goodsea has put it out in the full. Question was he in the 22? Doesn't look too upset. The referee's call will... No! Oh, that is suicidal rugby from the Lions. 31 gone. 14-0. Eligino away to McKelman, and he's going to put this one launching up in the sky. Here is Barkley. Oh, they're all waiting for it. There's plenty of jumpers, but it is Cornell Skozan who flies the highest of them all and saves the day for the Lions. Boy, there was a lot of yellow jumpers there. Now Yankees he's picked that up and he's just slapped it straight in the touch on halfway. No messing about there. from the Lions fly half. And they need to really sort themselves out here, the Lions. They are completely at sea. 5-man line now called. Joseph and Webb. It's to John Joseph at the front. Ali Gino away to McKelvin, who's dummying his way.
Release.
Trying to slither through. Ali Gino pops it. Oh, he misses out and goes to Barkley. Barkley tries to offload Rubber. Oh, Rubber. Right on the sideline. Just could not get it cleanly. And plants her foot firmly on the white line. Malcolm Marks for the Lions to throw in. They've got nowhere here, and they've got an opportunity just short of halfway. They go deep, and Yankees fires it wide. Mapu out eventually it goes to Smith, who's running nicely as well. He's got away from Valentine, but he does not get away from Curran. And the combination tackle out wide puts the Lions winger into touch. It was a good play. They got on the outside as well to the Lions. They couldn't convert it into points. There is half-time. And the question now will be, what will the Flakers do? It's gone to McCalmont, who's just drilled this into touch. Not interested in playing extra time. They're in their own half, and that is a clever piece of play from the Corn Flakers, who go, well, pretty happily into the half-time break, leading 14-0 over the Super Rugby finalists from 2017. They have dominated proceedings here. 14-0 on the scoreboard, 61% of possession, 64% of territory. They've not given away any penalties on high tackles. They have lost the scrum, however, which will be an area the Lions will look to probably use a lot more in the second half if they can. Handling errors are pretty clean, just 2-1, which will make both coaches very pleased with the way it's gone. Tackling, though, has been pretty low, 14-12. That is only 26 tackles in 40 minutes of rugby. The Lions, though, have been a bit out of depth. They've been a bit behind the plays, and they'll need a big improvement to get back in this match. They need to be the one scoring next. They've got not far to come back, but if they score the first try early on in the second half, it will be game on against the Flakers. Doing it comfortably, doing it easy at the moment. The Flakers, they haven't stretched themselves too much, and they want to keep it that way. Keep the Lions at bay. They will not want them to get their tails up, because that is when they become dangerous. Up they go. Ooh, well taken there as well by the Lions. Looked like it was Mostert flying high. Good short ball. It's been knocked on again. Barkley picks it up, and it looks like Van Rooyen is the one to make the error. His goes inside. Oh, Valentine does well. O'Sullivan, the big number 8. Oh, he's storming. He gets a pass. Went to the Valentine. Quickly out. Joshua Barrett to the corner. The fan. He can't do it. Great defense, Andres Kutzea. He looked for power. He couldn't find it. He could see him make the covering tackle. That's not straight. No one's really picked that up at all, and it's come back. Referee says we don't bother with advantage. Malcolm Marks, great player. Not often he makes mistakes like that. Flakers, oh wow, Jim Aligino very quickly has said, let's go to the line out because our scrum has been under the pump. Line out has been good. Aligino, away to SC. SC going straight line through the middle, and he's just a metre short. Here's a pick and go. Rubber! He's going to be over, is he surely? Oh, he's close. He's over. He was held up by a good tackle by Jaco Creel, but it was not enough to stop the Flakers hooker from putting this game one hand on the victory. Well, he sat there at the back of that ruck, and look at all that space. It's almost insulting there. Jaco Creel tried to save it, but he never was going to. Great try from Rubber, and you've got to say the Lions, they look done and dusted here. They have not been a formidable opponent for any of the sides so far. The Guardians put them away. Now the Flakers are doing it quite easily as well. Who would have thought 2 rounds in the Lions would be pointless? Not pointless on the table, but pointless on the field as well. Quite remarkable turn of events here. Still got half an hour to go though, so do not count them out just yet. They are a good enough side. Here's a shot at goal. Michael Guerin adds the extra 2. It is coasting at the moment for the Flakers. They lead the Lions 21 points to 0. Back to halfway for Elton Yankees. Can he get his team back on the front foot? He needs to get inside the ball. First and foremost, and it's left alone. Well taken as well. Got to be a turnover here, surely. No. Well done to the Lions. They have hung on, and they come wide. Oh, that is knocked on from Sko's hand. Quite unbelievable. Every little chance they get, they have spilt the ball. They've got to be better than that. They've got to be better than that.
Crouch. Bind.
Another scrum packs down. You've got to say, though, they have been the better scrummaging team. Killed in from LEG. No, and the Lions once more get the front foot. They crash forward, and they'll turn over another scrum. This is why the Flakers went for the line out earlier. Cronje, big double cutout pass. White Smith, inside ball to Forster. Set it up right on the 22. Big space to the right. They choose to go left. They are outdone defensively. Skosen turns it back in. Gunkis does well. A little bit isolated here. And it's a penalty to the Flakers. Well, you just cannot go into big traffic of yellow jumpers and expect to come away with the ball. We are nearing the hour mark now. And Michael Gurin will smash this towards, and not out. Well taken by the Lions as they look to counter-attack. Well done from Marks, and through the middle they go. Excellent play. Lions just hang on to the ball. Flakers roll over that quickly. Quagga Smith goes back. Cronje, massive hole here. Oster goes through. Out wide, massive room. There's a chance. The Yankees stumps it off to Kutzea, and Smith's here as well. Got to be a turnover. Oh, unbelievable from the Lions. How they've kept that ball, I do not know. Pick and go. The width is working well for them. Ackerman gets it involved. It's got to go one more. Oh, that had to be a try. Waiting out there was Yankees. Sitting out there now. Oh, they turn around. Yankees is in. No, he's not. Oh, how's he been stopped? I don't believe that defense. Lions are knocking. Who will answer? Oh, there's so much room out here. It's got to be a try. No! Smith stopped again. Flakers throw in the numbers. Mapu goes away to Yankees. He's gone backwards. That is never a good direction to go. Flakers could turn this over. They do. That is suicide again. We've seen that too much in this match. And it is Jim Aligino that smashes us high. Waiting in the back is Kutzea. Great offload from him, finding Smith. Oh, they're through in the gap once more. Great run from Chaya. Backwards 20 metres with a 10 to go. The Lions are in with another chance to score. Nothing play there from Mapu. Forster. Oh, tries to go alone. Yellow jumpers again, right there. Now they go short side again. Smith held up. Good tackle. And it's none other than the try scorer from earlier, Joshua Barrett, who puts that away, but his offload is off par, and away come the Lions again. Van Rooyen throwing the dummy, going once, going twice. Should have been one more pass.
Release.
How many Lions players were waiting out there? 4 or 5. They couldn't put that away. Room to the left side. Cronje spots it. They're all chasing Cronje, and he's gone into touch. How many opportunities do this Lions team need? They've been the better team in this last quarter of the match, yet they have no reward to go home with. And as we near the last couple of minutes, they are without the ball. Rubber goes back. Aligino gives to Barkley. Barkley hammers us down the sideline. Kutzea's there. He's going to run it back again. Cronje, this is what the Lions have done all the second half, yet they could not put it away. There goes full time. The Flakers, remember, are just one try away from the bonus point as well. So that is a double whammy. That's why they come through Smith. Great tackle. He's out, isn't he? Surely. But no, the penalty comes back to the Flakers. Smith has been covered well. He's been dangerous, but he just has not put it away. Gurin, and they know now, the Flakers, they want the bonus point. Will they get it? It's going to take a long period here. 80 metres to go. Cut out pass to Valentine. He goes wide to SC again. He's breaking away. He is all alone though. That is the danger. Oh my goodness me! What a brutal hit from Kutzea. And that ball has gone about into the second tier of the stadium as well. They have made 60 metres though. Michael Gurin's going to have another go, and he just runs straight into the defence. Has a few big boys chasing him up. Trotting on from behind is Ryan Webb. Goes to SC again. and he charges through. This time, it's Joseph. Goes to Valentine. Here is Lucas Barrett. Trying to get in the action. The Barrett brothers doing it well at the moment. Here is Jim Aligino sliding through. Valentine, terrible pass, picked up nicely from McElmont. Oh my goodness! A massive tackle there from Smith. He takes down Barrett easily. Change directions. Peter Valentine, he's all alone out here. It is 2-on-1. It's got to be a try. There goes the bonus point. Oh, well deserved. Big defense from the Flakers. They turn it around and they go down to the other end and score. Well deserved too from Nanook Isi, who scored his first try of the series as well. He's been devastating, but it was the brains, it was the talent of this backline, Pierre Valentine, who sets it up for his centre partner. And in they go. Great combination work by those two. It was clever too from John Joseph, who has played scrum half quite a bit in the second half. But how about that? Just the intellect of the outside centre, Pierre Valentine, who has been all over this game. And he puts in his inside centre, Nanook Isi, coming in his first try. And you've got to say, mistakes from the Lions, poor discipline by the Lions, and they are going down by another 20-point margin. It's just bizarre. A team that should be performing so well is well off its best at the moment. Michael Guerin adds the extra 2 and 28-0. It is a 4-try thumping here. The subscriber side's by far the better team here for the second time in a row against the Emirates Lions. Referee calls time, and this 7 personnel change side, the Flakers, have done their job, and they have done it very, very well too. 4 tries, a bonus point, which you got to say most of the teams this round have not managed to do, and they take maximum 5 points, and that'll put them right up the leaderboard as well. 4 tries to zip. The Lions, I mean, they spent a good 20-30 minutes inside the Flakers 22, yet they could not score. First try of the match went, of course, to Joshua Barrett, scoring on the left wing. Ali Gino jumped in. Then it was Hooker Raba, and then, of course, Nanook Isi scoring, I should say, the final try. And then it was a full house of 4 out of 4 for Michael Guerin to add at the end from the tee. 28-0. That tells a big story. But what you don't really see is that possession and territory was just nudged by the Lions. If you just look at the score, you say it was a thumping, but it was some great desperation offence from the Flakers and some poor finishing and decision-making by the Lions. They should have scored, well, you could say at least 2 tries throughout this game, but in the end they finished up with none at all. That's how disappointing they were. They started poor, gave away a high tackle penalty instantly, and they never really recovered after that. The Lions actually made more line breaks than the Flakers, yet they didn't score a try. Poor finishing, poor execution from the Super Rugby finalists last year. So that is really a sum up of how they played. 28-0 the final score. Flakers taking all 5 points here. The Lions, 2 games in a row, getting the donut. So into round 3 we go, and it is a big win for the Flakers, who now you'll see on the right go to the top of the table. The All Flakes are the only team to not pick up a bonus point so far. We'll have a look at that table in just a second, but start off round 3, we have the All Flakes up against Toulon, who have already suffered to one of the subscriber sides so far. We'll have a look at those fixtures in a tick. First off, though, we'll have a look here at the table. Flakers now lead a good points differential of plus 52. 2 big wins for that side, 1 bonus point to take on their travels. 9 points in total for the Flakers, the Dragons, and the Guardians, who will sit on 9. It is points differential in alphabetical order, really, you can say, that put the teams apart. But really, the Guardians should be second, given their points differential over the Celtic Dragons. The All Flakes, though, they dragged the chain a little bit, sitting 5th behind the Wasps, who are on also 9 points, but have played the 3 games. When these sides meet, though, that is when we're going to get the interesting matchups, and there's a couple of close calls here where the subscriber sides have not put the games away. You've got to say the Dragons just took a win, and the All Flakes have taken 2 close wins, only matching up 16 points in their points differential over the other sides, who are in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So Flakers look the best of the side so far from their opening 2 games after the 2 rounds. The other side to play 3 are the Exeter Chiefs, who are 0-3 and look like their season pretty much all over already. But they are the only side with 2 bonus points. So, positives with the negatives. The Wasps are the side to watch though, as well as probably Clermont, Munster and the Crusaders, who will be in the mix as well as the season wears on. So what do we have in store for you guys for round number 3? Let's take a look here. Of course, the Wasps have already played against the Exeter Chiefs. We have the All Flakes up against Toulon, Guardians of the Crib at home as well, up against Clermont. Then the Crusaders face the Scarlets. Flakers back in action against Munster, and the Celtic Dragons round out round 3 against the Emirate Lions, who, well, the Emirates Lions, they've got to step up here. They've been thrashed by the Guardians, thrashed by the Flakers. Now they're on the road to face the Celtic Dragons, who, you got to say, in 2 matches have had one really good half. Second half of their opening game, they were amazing. Second game all over, they were pretty average. So, a chance here for the Lions if they could pick something up from that match. The All Flakes as well, another team who have just sneakily gone through their 2 matches so far. They've got a big step up to make here if they're going to challenge the top sides. Round 4, we don't see any clashes either, but I'm pretty sure round 6, yes, here we go. The Guardians face the Flakers. Oh, that'll be a cracker. The way these teams have gone so far, that is set to be a stunner. And then I think every round after that, we have one big clash between subscriber sides, yes, for most of the competition. Yes, round 9, yes, so we go on and on and on. Yes, there's a lot of meetings between our subscriber sides, folks. So stay tuned for some absolute classic action between our subscriber teams. Right, that pretty much does wrap us up for a conclusion of round number 2. Remember, Team of the Week will be coming up in between the final match here today and the first match of round 3 with the All Flakes up against Toulon, who's at the bottom of the table, 0-2, minus 41 points. So that's one to look out for. Remember to leave it in the comments who you think has been your player of the match, your standout performers have been, so I can make up the Team of the Week and get that out as soon as possible as well, and carry on with the subscriber series. You guys making your mark on World Rugby. Again, apologies for the lack of this over the last couple of weeks. I didn't want to do it injustice and have a really crappy voice that I could hardly get through half a match with as well. So it's great to be back. Great to be back on the subscriber series, and I hope you're enjoying the content so far. Looking to get back to a full schedule again following the stupid flu. God, I hate the flu. It's like the worst thing in the world, especially when you do stuff like this. You really need your voice. But alas, we do go on. Round 3 coming up very soon. Of course, leave your comments on Team of the Week, who you think deserves to be there as well. Until then, though, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying, and until next time, as always, take care.